What you've just witnessed could have been prevented, and we're going to show you how. We prepared this traffic regulator's instruction manual and this video to support you in getting your job done and getting it done right. Your life and the lives of others may just depend on it.
Over 1,000 people were killed in construction work zones in the year 2000.
Your job as a traffic regulator is to protect personnel and provide safe, courteous, and authoritative directions to motorists passing through the work zone. It's a full-time job. A moment's distraction or careless use of the sign puts people in jeopardy. Diligence is the key in preventing traffic accidents in your work area. The equipment you wear and use in the work zone is an important part of a traffic regulator's job. It allows you to be both effective and safe. The upper body garment should be either fluorescent orange, yellow, strong yellow-green, or a combination of these colors, and contains retroreflective material, which is either orange, yellow, white, silver, or strong yellow-green. This garment must be visible at least 360 degrees and through a full range of body motions, day and night. You must wear this garment while regulating traffic. You can see why this vest is not adequate for regulating traffic. If you need to turn away from oncoming traffic, even for a moment, you may not be seen by motorists. Wearing a hard hat, safety glasses, a shirt, full-length pants, and safety boots is encouraged and may also be required. Do not wear shorts, tank tops, or halter tops. They can be distracting. A neat, professional appearance supports you in gaining motorists' respect and will make you more effective on the job. Traffic regulators shall be equipped with the standard octagonal stop-slow pole-type paddle sign. The acceptable sign dimensions are 18 inches by 18 inches with a 6-inch letter size. The sign also must be fully reflective. The staff must be at least 6 foot in length. If the staff protrudes into the sign, it has to be the same color as the sign. In some situations, a stop-stop paddle may be required, which will be discussed later in this program. The use of flags are only allowed in emergency situations and must comply with the Michigan Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices. In some situations, traffic regulators may also be issued a highly visible flashing stop-slow paddle. You may also use a shrill whistle or a marine air horn to warn workers. Two-way communication devices to communicate with the crew or other traffic regulators, and a flashlight with a red glow cone for night or low visibility operations are recommended.
Beware of construction vehicles and equipment. Over 2/3 of highway construction workers who are killed in work zones are struck by, crushed between, or fall from construction equipment.
Confidence and a professional attitude is the key to job success. They enable you to let motorists know that you're in charge of the situation. This will help you maintain a safe and orderly flow of traffic. Remain calm. Never signal traffic in a hasty or frantic manner. Excitement is contagious. Your job is to regulate traffic, not to assist the crew. Don't watch construction operations beyond what's necessary to direct traffic. When speaking, don't lean on the vehicle. If traffic is stopped, you may tell the first driver the reason for the delay, but don't leave your post to advise other drivers. As a traffic regulator, you're also in the public relations business. You must be courteous even when facing an angry motorist.
Hey, what's going on up there? I don't have time for this. I'm going to be late for work.
I have patience. You got people out on the road right now working.
I don't have time. I got to go.
If the motorist disregards your signal, immediately alert crew and other regulators. Try and get a license plate number and a description of the driver and vehicle. Report to your supervisor as soon as possible without leaving your post.
One-fifth of all drivers on the road are under the influence of alcohol or illegal or prescription drugs.
The proper layout of the traffic control and the proper position of the traffic regulator within the sequence are extremely important. This helps avoid confusion on the part of motorists approaching the work zone. Generally, on the approach to the closed lane, the traffic regulator is stationed at the beginning of the taper, which is 50 to 100 feet in length. The traffic regulator from the other direction is stationed 100 to 200 feet from the end of the closed lane. Then, the advanced signs can be placed appropriately. A lit arrow panel in the bar mode should be placed next to or near the regulator station to help motorists recognize and focus on the regulator, and gives an early alert to your location. Always face oncoming traffic standing alone. Establish yourself at or near the side of the road so that approaching traffic can see you clearly from at least 500 feet. Traffic volume, road conditions, and the work being done should also be considered when determining your position. Because terrain varies, such as hills and curves, it may be necessary to extend the beginning of the lane closure. Never mingle with the work crew. You must be clearly visible at all times. Never, again, that's never, stand in the path of oncoming traffic. Never turn your back on traffic. Proper signing sequence gives motorists advance notice that a traffic regulator is present. Whenever you move to a new location, it is essential to maintain the same sequence of the signing and the arrow panel in their relationship to you.
70% of all traffic regulators who are struck by motorists are out of position.
To stop traffic, stand on the shoulder, face the traffic, and extend the stop side of the sign to a stationary position facing traffic and away from your body. Raise your free arm with the palm of your hand toward approaching traffic. Stepping out from the shoulder is especially important if the first vehicle is a van or tall vehicle that may hide your stop sign from other approaching drivers. When you do move to a vehicle, be aware of traffic in the opposite direction. Never step over the center line of the road, and keep the stop sign facing traffic until you can permit travel through the work area. Do not wave the paddle. Movements, signals must be clear and precise and easily seen and understood. If your paddle has flashing lights, use the flash sparingly to attract motorists' attention when they are still a distance from your station. Too much flash can lessen the impact of this device on motorists. Before releasing traffic into the opposite lane, look and see that all traffic and work operations are clear in the travel lane. Once it's clear, move to the front passenger side of the stopped vehicle. Turn the slow side of the sign to face the vehicles. Bring your free arm across the front of your body at chest level to signal the driver to proceed to the appropriate lane. One motion per vehicle should be enough. Additional gestures may mistakenly encourage drivers to accelerate. To release traffic into the same lane, return to your position on the shoulder. Turn the sign from stop to slow. Bring your free arm across the front of your body at chest level to signal the driver to proceed. To slow traffic or funnel it into other lanes, display the slow side of the paddle to approaching traffic and motion with your free hand to proceed. If more than one traffic regulator is involved in an assignment, one is designated as the head regulator. Station regulators at each end of the one-lane work zone must be able to notify each other when it is safe to release vehicles into the open lane. Visual signals are fine in short work zones, provided the regulators are clearly visible to one another. It can be as simple as turning your paddle to stop traffic and tipping your hat to your partner. Just make sure the signal can't be misinterpreted by motorists. When regulators are out of sight of each other, two-way communication devices are the most effective. When communicating a traffic release, simply describe the final vehicle you released so your partner can begin releasing vehicles when it passes. A pilot car is sometimes used to lead vehicles through a constantly changing work zone that is difficult to follow or where it is necessary to keep speeds down. Use of a pilot car doesn't eliminate the need for communication devices or the use of visual communication between regulators to identify the last vehicle released into the zone.
There are more older and younger drivers in work zones than ever. Older drivers may have more difficulty seeing and reacting to work zone situations. Younger drivers may be less experienced.
Where there is intersecting or significant traffic, it may be necessary to place intermediate traffic regulators at these locations. Their job is to assist motorists who want to enter the work zone from points within the zone itself. The intermediate traffic regulators must be in visual or radio contact with other regulators to coordinate safe entry into the work zone. The intermediate regulator should not have to stop the main traffic flow. Once mainline flow has passed his station, he releases the side street traffic into both directions in the zone.
I have a red Camry going west.
The intermediate regulator must describe the last vehicle added to traffic flow in each direction. Traffic control at Hall Road crossings is unique, as it may call for both lanes of traffic to be stopped at the same time. If trucks are crossing the entire roadway or making a left turn, 2 traffic regulators must be used to stop traffic from both directions. The regulators are stationed on the shoulder at each side of the crossing, using double-sided stop paddles. One concern is that motorists may be close enough to read the back of the sign of the second regulator. When releasing traffic, regulators use appropriate hand signals while turning the stop paddle a quarter turn away from traffic. If trucks are making a right turn, one regulator using a stop slow paddle in normal fashion is required. Again, the regulator will turn the paddle 1/4 turn when releasing traffic. Because alternating traffic will not be sharing one lane for Hall Road crossings, the one-lane road ahead sign is replaced with an additional "Be prepared to stop" sign. One traffic regulator may be appropriate if these 4 conditions are met. The work area is short. The work area is on a straight section of road with good visibility in each direction. Traffic volumes are low, and traffic speeds are low. In these cases, the regulator positions themselves on the shoulder directly opposite the work area. This places the traffic regulator in a position that is highly visible from each direction and provides a personal escape route. Orange cones, at least 28 inches tall, are placed on each side of the regulator to increase his visibility. Because the regulator may be further away from the traffic they are controlling, an oversized stop-slow paddle is recommended. In practice, the regulator may have to move a short distance toward the end of the work zone as they stop cars coming into the zone at that end. Motorists in the closed lane are directed to stop in their lane in advance of the lane closure taper. Vehicles in the open lane should also be directed to stop in advance of the work area. These motorists are depending on the regulator for direction on exactly where to stop. To help motorists approaching the open lane, the regulator places a cone on the shoulder at the stop location. The arrow panel is not needed when operating one of these work sites.